Welcome, crypto fam. Happy Monday. What it do? Make some noise in the live chat. In today's show, Bitcoin price will get another test of the 200-week trend line. I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis. And breaking news just in, El Salvador to develop the world's largest Bitcoin mining farms by harnessing volcano energy. Let's go. Quoting Max and Stacy, El Salvador keeps winning. Today, we begin deploying the first $250 million of the billion-dollar investment commitment into Bitcoin mining. The goal is economic liberty, self-determination, and sovereign wealth accumulation for generations to come. And Tether responded, Tether Energy is doubling down on Bitcoin with our investment into volcano energy in El Salvador. We're fueling sustainable Bitcoin mining and supporting El Salvador's economic growth. And did you know it was exactly 2 years ago today, El Salvador became the first country in the world to declare Bitcoin a legal tender, a small step for a nation, but a giant leap for mankind. Also in today's show, we'll be discussing the $35 million atomic wallet heist, as well as breaking news just in. The SEC sues Binance in U.S. District Court for unregistered securities operations. We'll also be discussing Jack Dorsey tips pro-crypto candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. to win the presidency in 2024. We'll also be discussing here's how retail FOMO can come flooding back into Bitcoin, according to top crypto strategists. And we'll also be sharing billionaire investor Tim Draper is 100% sure Bitcoin will reach $250,000 by 2024. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. And welcome everyone just tuning in. This is pod episode number 1303. I'm your host, JV, and today is June 5th, 2023. And checking out the market watch, we just started dumping here just recently, with Bitcoin now down 5% for the day, trading at $25,800, probably due to the breaking news of Binance being sued by the SEC. We also have Ether down 4%, maintaining just above $1,800, while BNB is down almost 9%, XRP down 5%, just a bloodbath for the altcoin market. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the crypto market cap back on the decline, under 1.1 trillion, with about 41 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 45.9%, with the Ether dominance at 20% even. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, just a handful. We have DYDX up 6%, Kava up 3.5%, and Pax Dollar, which is a stable coin, up 0.10%. That's because the majority of all the major altcoins are currently correcting and in the red. And checking out the top gainers for the past week, the only one I see here, only two, is DYDX and Kava. Some of the biggest losers include PulseX down 15.3% and SUI down about 17%. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 53 neutral, yesterday a 52, last week a 52, and last month a 60 in greed. And as they say, as there's blood on the streets, BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And now for some Bitcoin technical analysis, let's check out the charts and what's actually happening right now. Bitcoin fell into multi-day lows at the June 5th Wall Street Open as action heated up on the exchanges. Right here, looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart. Now, data from Cointelegraph Market Report and Trading View showed Bitcoin wicking to 26.6 on Bitstamp. And I think we're going to continue to head lower. As you can see, we're currently in the 25,000s. Now down nearly 3% versus the weekend highs. Bitcoin looked weak as key support lines inched closer. Amongst those was the 200-week moving average, now sitting at 26,400, which has weathered repeated tests to stay as support since mid-March. And quoting Keith Allen, Bitcoin is going to get another retest of support at the 200-week moving average. In my opinion, a weekly candle close below the 200-week moving average would be an indication that the bottom isn't in yet. Things could get spicy this week. The last line of defense is that the 50-month moving average around $25,500. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. Now, others eyed similar areas of bull's last stand to take place. Bitcoin is stuck in the range-bound area where 26.6 is the important area to hold, said crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Pop. Couldn't break 27.5. The standard Sunday-Monday dump took place. Let's see what the week will bring going forward. Pretty relaxed macroeconomic week 2. And then we have material indicators, who uploaded a chart of the liquidity on the largest global exchange, Binance, which you can see here. And commenting on Allen's findings, it argued that the U.S. Fed decision on interest rates due on June 14th, which is what, next week, will be the ultimate do or die moment. Quoting him here, if technical support levels of the key moving average is lost, the next level of support would be around the 2017 top, which has confluence with the trend line. Bitcoin liquidity remains this on both sides of the price. Markets await the June 14th Fed rate hike decision. Meanwhile, exchange speculation heats up, quoting Dan Crypto Trades. Action going on over at the Binance futures pair, seeing some big walls towards both sides, some of them getting filled with some are likely spoof orders. Meanwhile, open interest is going up and funding is going down. And quoting Decent Trader, this seems to mostly be coming from Bitcoin longs, as we're seeing an increase in both funding rates and long-short ratio, and data from monitoring resource CoinGlass showed liquidations impacting longs for June 5th, with cross crypto position losses totaling $33 million at the time of this recording. Now for the breaking news coming out of El Salvador. El Salvador to develop the world's largest Bitcoin mining farms by harnessing volcano energy. That's right, geothermal power. Max and Stacy tweeted this morning, El Salvador keeps winning. Today we begin deploying the first $250 million of the billion-dollar investment commitment into Bitcoin mining. The goal is economic liberty, self-determination, and sovereign wealth accumulation for generations to come. Let's go. And Tether is also involved, as they tweeted here. Tether Energy is doubling down on Bitcoin with our investment into volcano energy in El Salvador. We're fueling sustainable Bitcoin mining and supporting El Salvador's economic growth. And as I mentioned, it was exactly 2 years ago today, El Salvador became the first country in the world to declare Bitcoin a legal tender. So massive respect to Bukele and the people of El Salvador. So there you freaking have it. Now let's discuss our next breaking story of the day, and that's the $35 million atomic wallet heist. I'll break down the latest here, then we'll be updating you with the Binance lawsuit versus the SEC. On the screen, the original story was Do Kwon out on bail, but just before I went live, things changed and there is a major lawsuit of Binance versus the SEC, so that story has been replaced. Then we'll be discussing Jack Dorsey tipping Kennedy Jr. running for president, basically giving his full support. Then we'll be diving into Bitcoin retail FOMO, followed by Tim Draper's $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction, which he says he is 100% certain. And then we'll dive into some live Q&A. And welcome to everyone just tuning in. So a hack that drained $35 million from Atomic Wallet users since June 2nd impacted less than 1% of its monthly active users, according to the company. But in the aftermath of the attack, Atomic Wallet, along with individual blockchain investigations, have amped up efforts to track the revert stolen funds, trying to cash in on the commotion of verified scam Twitter accounts impersonated Atomic Wallet while sharing phishing links claiming to help users recover lost funds. So be very careful out there. And I am curious for all the listeners and viewers here, how many of you have actually used the Atomic Wallet before? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully this hack did not affect you whatsoever. Now, pseudonymous on-chain researcher Zach XBT further claimed to have helped the victim recover $1 million of lost funds. However, the recovery process is yet to be disclosed, which Zach XBT allegedly will share in time, but has not yet at this time. And despite Atomic Wallet's announcement, numerous users were continuing to report losses of funds. And additionally, the community called out the company's attempt to water down the damage. As one user stated, a percentage doesn't matter. Hacker intended to focus on big fun wallet only. Now, the episode reflects on the importance of researching the right service provider when it comes to safekeeping your crypto assets. And moreover, it questions not your keys, not your coins, or as I commonly say, not your keys, not your cheese, right? Narrative preached by numerous crypto wallet providers such as Atomic Wallet, as shown here, not your keys, not your crypto. Now, Zach XBT's investigation found the largest amount lost by an individual in the Atomic Wallet hack was a whopping $8 million. Yikes. In Tether USDT. What a shame. Now, that was on the Tron blockchain, and as per the last update, the 5 biggest losses account for $17 million. Now, over the weekend on June 4th, the hacker took control of the mobile phone owned by pro XRP lawyer John Deaton, and Deaton's Twitter account was also hacked and used to shill law tokens. So I can't express extreme caution in this community where you have relentless hackers trying to steal your funds at the end of the day. But soon after the tweet, Deaton and accounts representing him warned users about the hack and were advised against investing into cryptocurrency. So there you have it. I mean, hacks, it really does suck, but it is a reality. It happens. So protect your crypto with a wallet in which you trust. One of the ones I trust the most is the Trezor. It's open source. It's been around for the longest amount of time, and there has never been stories like this of mass users being hacked. The only stories have been from phishing attacks, but phishing attacks can happen from any scammers pretending to be a website or service in which they are not. So be very careful about that. And now for the break-in story of the Binance exchange, the largest exchange in the world, being sued by the SEC. That's right, and I think a lot of us knew this was coming. The United States SEC filed a suit against Binance, its U.S. platform and CEO, in the District Court of the District of Columbia on June 5th, and this was CZ's response. Our team is all standing by, ensuring systems are stable, including withdrawals and deposits. We'll issue a response once we see the complaint. Haven't seen it yet. Media gets the info before we do. Now, the U.S. regulator pressed 13 charges against Binance, including unregistered offers and sales of BNB and BUSD tokens and Simple Earn and BNB Vault products and its staking program. In addition, the SEC alleges in the suit that Binance failed to register its Binance.com platform as an exchange or a broker-dealer clearing agency, and further, it claimed Binance and BAM Trading failed to register Binance US as an exchange broker or clearing agency. CZ was sued for controlling person, according to the suit. Quoting them here, defendants have enriched themselves by billions of US dollars while placing investors' assets at significant risk. Defendants have engaged in multiple unregistered offers and sales of crypto asset securities and other investment schemes. It continued, defendants BAM Trading and BAM Management defrauded equity, retail, and institutional investors about purported surveillance and controls over manipulative trading on the Binance US platform, which are in fact virtually non-existent. And among the allegations behind the charges are claims that Binance failed to restrict US investors from using Binance.com, and that Binance US engaged in wash trading through its primary undisclosed market trading firm, Sigma Chain, which is owned by CZ. Quoting Gary Gensler, Mr. No Clarity Gary himself, the chairman of the SEC, as alleged, Zhao and Binance misled investors about their risk controls and corrupted trading volumes while actively concealing who was operating the platform, the manipulative trading of its affiliated market maker, and even where and with whom investor funds and crypto assets were custodied. Now the SEC is demanding permanent enjoyment on Binance and CZ from further activities, disgorgement of ill-gotten gains with interest and financial penalties. The suit claimed that tokens traded on the Binance exchange were securities. Those tokens which they deemed securities include BNB, BUSD, Solana, Cardano, Matic, File, Atom, San, Mana, Algo, AXS, and Cody. So there you have it. I mean, this is not a good look for the crypto industry as a whole, as obviously it's tanking the crypto market, as this just leads to more uncertainty in the market. And I think this is all by design by the SEC. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments right down below. And do you think the crypto market will likely recover quick? Or do you think this can take some time, kind of like the FTX debacle took us to new lows last year in 2022? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. Now let's discuss the latest with Jack Dorsey tipping pro-crypto candidate Robert Kennedy to win the presidency. Let's go. Twitter founder Jack Dorsey has thrown his weight behind pro-crypto Democrat presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr., quoting him here, "He can and will," wrote the Block Inc. CEO, sharing a YouTube clip from Fox News featuring Kennedy explaining how he plans to beat popular Republican presidential candidates Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump. And here's the tweet from Jack Dorsey. "He can and will." Now, when a user asked if he was endorsing or just predicting, Kennedy Dorsey replied with both. Now, Robert Kennedy is the nephew of U.S. 35th President John F. Kennedy and the latest member of the Kennedy political dynasty to put their name up for a presidential bid. Kennedy, an environmental lawyer and outspoken vaccine critic, first announced his presidential campaign back on April 19th. And notably, Kennedy is a strong supporter of cryptocurrencies. During the May 19th keynote speech at the Bitcoin Miami conference, he told attendees that he would accept donations for his presidential campaign in Bitcoin, who is the first candidate to ever accept Bitcoin donations. Let's go. He has described the flagship crypto as an innovation engine and criticized central bank digital currencies as tools that can vastly magnify the government's power to suffocate dissent by cutting off access to funds with a keystroke, which we all know as facts. On May 3rd, Kennedy also condemned the Biden administration proposal on taxes, where he called the proposed 30% tax on energy used by crypto miners a bad idea, and claimed that while mining energy use was a concern, it's somewhat overstated. And according to a May 27 poll from Fox News, Kennedy commands support from 16% of the Democratic primary voters, which, as Fox notes, is a sizable chunk for a primary challenger against an incumbent president. So there you have it. I just think it is awesome that we both have a Democrat and Republican running for president, supporting Bitcoin and not supporting CBDCs. Obviously, the Republican candidate being DeSantis, the current governor of Florida. He is anti-CBDC and pro-Bitcoin. And we also have Kennedy Jr., who spoke at the Bitcoin Miami conference, talking about, yo, send me donations in Bitcoin. I understand the importance of it, and I'm here to protect it. So lo and behold, I think obviously Bitcoin is going to be a major concern regarding the 2024 presidential candidacy. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And who do you support, if any? Holla at your boy, and I'll be reading your comments out loud here in a little bit. Now let's discuss some Bitcoin retail FOMO, shall we? And then we'll discuss the $250,000 price prediction from the billionaire investor, Tim Draper. Check it out. Closely followed analyst says that the fear of missing out, aka FOMO, could push a wave of retail traders back into the king crypto. Send it. Synonymous trader known as Immortal tells his 200,000 Twitter followers Bitcoin consolidated below the 30,000 price level for so long that a break above the psychological area can be massive for the crypto king. Quoting him here on crypto Twitter, 350 days below $30,000 and counting. I don't know when, but I know that $30,000 breakout will trigger retail FOMO. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. According to the trader, Bitcoin trading at a range between 25.6 and 28.4 with potential entry points for bulls sitting at the bottom. And Mortal says that Ethereum is doing something similar to BTC, consolidating for a long time under the psychological level of $2,000. And according to the chart shared by the strategist, ETH could briefly surge above 2,000 only to correct all the way down to 1,500. Quoting him here, ETH structure is so beautiful, 386 days accumulation below 2,000, consecutive macro higher lows. Give me another $1,500 retest. And he says, please. And looking at other alts, Immortal says that Ethereum's rival Solana looks set to rebound from its bear market and outperform Bitcoin during the next market surge. The popular trader says he went long on Solana and he believes that crypto asset has managed to reclaim its trading range for the year. Quoting him here, bought more Solana spot here. Number one, prices back inside the 2023 range. Number two, prices back inside the 2023 range, and prices back inside the 2023 range, kind of repeating himself like a parrot. But lo and behold, due to that Binance lawsuit with the SEC, we have every major altcoin and crypto currently tanking right now. How low will she go? We're currently at 25,700 for the king crypto, so please do let me know. And now for our final breaking story of the day, and that's Tim Draper doubling down on his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction. He initially came out with this prediction years ago, but he was more recently interviewed at the beginning of this year and at the end of last year. And I know he also went on Pompliano's podcast, and he ultimately said, I'm sticking with my $250,000 price prediction, and even went on to say, I am 100% certain that this is going to happen within the next so many months. So he's ultimately saying, expect $250,000 per Bitcoin by the year 2024. And as we all know, 2024 is around the corner, and also that Bitcoin halving is in 2024, roughly 10 months away from today. So let's break this down, shall we? And massive shout out to Tim Draper, the Bitcoin OG himself. Now, billionaire venture capitalist Draper sticking to his bold prediction that Bitcoin will reach $250,000 in the next year, despite the crypto losing 65% of its dollar value this year. And this is referring to last year of 2022. As we all know, we reclaimed that value this year in 2023. So yeah, making a fortune by buying Bitcoin for $632. For those that didn't know, Draper, who is 64, is an early investor in Tesla and SpaceX. And back in 2014, he bought 30,000 Bitcoins, which were confiscated by the U.S. Marshals from the shuttered Silk Road black market for only $632 each. Talk about an epic come up, right? Those coins would be worth $500 million if he had never sold any. Forbes pegs Draper's net worth at $1.2 billion at the time of this article. Now, Draper extended his prediction by 6 months to mid-2023 to factor in crypto-specific and macroeconomic impact. And if that doesn't happen, he is certain Bitcoin will reach $250,000 per coin milestone before the end of 2024. Quoting him right here from the interview, I am almost 100% sure I will be right in 18 months, which he revealed in the email. Now, his prediction on Bitcoin may not apply to other cryptos, obviously, as not all cryptos are created equal. Draper has far more faith in decentralized cryptocurrencies, which he has stated many times. We all know decentralized crypto means its rules are enforced by nodes or computers that run Bitcoin software instead of miners or developers. Most cryptos are created as decentralized tokens by design, but if one or few entities control a significant majority of the nodes, that results in a more centralized system where these entities may be able to change the rules of a certain crypto at will. So by that definition, FTT, which was the native FTX token, is a centralized token because it was primarily controlled by FTX, hence a scam coin, or ish coin as we call them. And when FTX went bankrupt, the digital token's value plummeted, collapsing in response. Now, decentralized crypto like Bitcoin, Tezos, Bitcoin Cash, Argon, Cardano are way better than centralized crypto. Quoting Draper, I don't know why anyone is still holding centralized crypto unless it has a specific purpose like XRP or Ethereum. You would think that FTX and FTT would have taught that lesson. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the billionaire venture capitalist. And how cool is that? If we were to see his prediction turn into fruition and witness a $250,000 Bitcoin price in 2024, hallelujah. How would that impact or change your life? Let me know in the comments right down below. And how do you feel how likely that is to occur? Let me know as well, and I'll read all of these comments. And welcome to each and every one of you tuning in today's live chat. Good to see Nathan Roth. Bitbud, what's good? Chill. Corky C. Coin Father, what's good? Selling with Twins. Pleasure as always, fam. Good to see you, Dan Drummond. Always a pleasure. We have Jackum. Good to see you as well. Savvy Bitcoiner, welcome and good morning. Selena, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. Xmorph, good to see you. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the top. We got a very active chat, which I love to see. So much love and much respect. Nathan Roth says, played another 9 holes this morning. Now can chill with the fam and 420 recover. Well, happy 420 as always. Dan says, I've always said Bitcoin's true bottom comes when the SEC officially goes after Binance and Ethereum. I was laughed at, but guess what? One more shoe to drop. Well, you got that right. They're sure as hell going after them, and I think this is their way of attacking crypto. It's the largest crypto exchange in the world. So to me, it makes sense. Last year, we witnessed the second largest crypto exchange plummet and over $10 billion loss just like that. And there was collusion between the regulators, FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried and politicians of the like. And so it doesn't surprise me that the number one crypto exchange in the world is now being attacked by the SEC. And it's sad, if you're to ask me, as look at the price action. This is what happens as a result. A lot of people get very scared, and there are mass exodus of people withdrawing their funds from the exchanges. Now, I don't think that's such a bad idea, as obviously cold storage is the best custody solution. As we all know, not your keys, not your cheese. So you got to do something to protect that at the end of the day. But what's the next best recommended exchange that is safe, in your opinion? Let me know. Some of the top crypto exchanges besides Binance in the United States would include Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini. There's quite a few others out there as well. So which crypto exchange is your go-to now? I personally was using Binance because I respect their zero trading fees, but now they got rid of that anyway. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. And now the SEC is going after them, creating more uncertainty in the market. It's a damn shame. So congrats, Dan. You called it. Let me know when you play 18 holes on mushrooms, says Digital Dankness. Talk about, shrooming to the next level. I just thought this case was going to drop in the fall. You never know. I mean, No Clarity Gary has a clear agenda as the chairman. So, it's all playing out by design, in my opinion. I need more fiat. Was caught off guard with this dip. Word up. But this is going to be more of a win for Bitcoin and lose for the altcoins. Exactly, CoinFather. This is a massive loss for the alts, as Binance by the SEC is considered a casino. They just deemed all of these cryptos as securities, right? And Binance offers hundreds and hundreds of different cryptocurrencies, which more than likely are going to be deemed securities by the regulators. This is absolutely not a good look for crypto, but definitely positive for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? We still have a 70% probability of a $35,000 to $40,000 pump in July for Bitcoin, but I still feel we test $15,000, says CoinFather, later in 1 year. How many of you agree that we're likely to retest the current lows of 15,700 we witnessed back in November of last year? Let me know in the comments below. I think the days of a sub $20,000 Bitcoin are behind us and we are onwards and upwards, but that's just my humble opinion. I can be wrong. I'm just a YouTuber at the end of the day. Later in the year, we shall see. Alan says, as a fellow caterpillar eyebrowed person, don't you love Draper's eyebrows? They are the best. My guy got some brows. Hitachi, Tekken style. Shout out to Tekken. That was actually my favorite PlayStation game growing up. I used to love Tekken. My favorite fighter is Lei Wulong, which resembled Jackie Chan, like from, what was that called? Drunken Master. And then, of course, you had the dude that martial law, which symbolized Bruce Lee. Couldn't be any more apparent. But that is a classic video game. And yeah, much respect. Long live those brows. I haven't seen another even compare. Unless it was like from an old Kung Fu flick from the Shaw Brothers days from the 70s, like Pai Mei. Yeah, then maybe I can see those eyebrows again. But Dan, I think it's hilarious. I held Bitcoin buy for 26.5 and the bottom hit today. Well, congratulations, CoinFather. Keep stacking them stats. Fresh dry powder to propel us to a new all-time high. Let's freaking go already. Can't wait. I think the current high for this year is 30,900, just below 31,000. And I do feel if we can break back above 30,000, things are looking very optimistic. We could head on up to 40,000 just like that. When it hits 250,000, this 26.5 or 25.5 don't matter anymore. 100%. Glad you got that, Roman Rambler, and appreciate you tuning in. Dankness says 8.9 million % increase in a decade, and it's still going up. Yeah, I read somewhere Bitcoin was up like 20 million % in the past decade. I don't know which is more accurate, but either way, that's a lot of percent. You know what I mean? Welcome to everyone just tuning in. I'm waiting for the day Max joins the live chat. Well, you know, he probably has joined the live chat before as he retweets the show practically every day. So much love and respect to Max Kaiser and Stacy Herbert. I love those guys and gals. Episode number 1303 is right now. That's right. Could you imagine? That's episode 1303. Time flies, fam. How much time left for the live? Today we went live at 1 p.m. Yesterday we went live at 2 p.m. We typically go live at 12 p.m. I'm referring to Eastern time, but that's the importance of turning on notifications. That way you're notified each and every day when I go live, because I don't go live every single day at the same time, even though I do go live every single day. You are very welcome. Max retired into the tourism industry, says Dan Drummond. I'm happy for him, but JV will only land an interview if he starts an El Salvador real estate channel. Probably not a bad idea, but real talk though, I believe Max would come on the channel and do an interview anytime. It's just a matter of, you know, organizing it and getting it done. He's already agreed to come on the show and do an interview. Just saying, him and Stacy. So we shall see. Wish me luck. Info on Bitcoin time lock. Not sure what you're referring to there. Solana and Filecoin listed as security in the lawsuit. That's right, both of them. Solana and Filecoin are listed as securities in the lawsuit. Dan says XRP should be too. Smash the like. Yes, that's what's up. Denise, Yvette, appreciate you tuning in. It is good to see you, family. I love seeing women and more women in the chat, as when I look at the analytics on YouTube, our audience is like 93% gentlemen and only 7% ladies. So would love to see more woman adoption. As Tim Draper says, the main catalyst for that $250,000 price prediction is retail female investors. So let's freaking go. Adam 2, good morning and welcome. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Howdy. Chris Minka, what's good? Good to see you. Smash the like Khabib said. That's right. Just send me location. Case will most likely take 9 to 12 months. Man, I hope it doesn't take longer than that, but look at what can happen with XRP. It's been going on since, what was it, 2020 or 2021? So it's like 3-4 years later, there's still a lawsuit which is ongoing with no clarity. This is not a good look. I mean, this is an attack on crypto, if you're to ask me. Happy Monday, crypto fam. Looks like I'm dollar cost averaging today. Love to hear that, Corky C. Keep stacking them stats. Do your thing. 6 months left to 250,000. Send it and let's freaking go. They are just listing many crypto that SEC already deem are securities. It does seem that way, CoinFather. Wow, the price plummeted in the last few hours. And guess what? In the last few hours, we just got a word that SEC is attacking Binance with a major lawsuit, and naturally this tends to tank the markets when you're the top crypto exchange in the world. Again, not a good look. I'm over screaming, buy, 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 buy. BTFD, that's right. Y'all know what's up. Take advantage of it. Seize the moment if you're in a position to do so. I will share a YouTube video on the Crypto News Alerts that is going to go live at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think we'll have many legal professionals going through to explain and lay out the lawsuit. Word up. Appreciate your support, fam. There's a lot of storage companies that are securities. Facts. Guys, join the Telegram group. Link in the description. Thanks for the reminder, Selling with Twins. For those who are new, I do have a Telegram chat which you can join. It's all about stacking sats. It's Bitcoin focused, and it's a way for us to interact with one another. Another way in our community is right here on YouTube. There's a live chat every single day, which is always pumping and popping, and I always appreciate everyone participating as it helps out tremendously with the show and with the channel. So much love and much respect. And of course, you can hit me up on Twitter. I am very active there. My Twitter handle is crypto news. Yes, SEC sale, baby. BTFD Bitcoin. You got that right, Chris. Take advantage of the dips. I'll search for you in the past, Nathan, on Twitter. Word up. Connect with the fam. I like the Mun wallet, MUUN, for a hot wallet. Good to note. Never heard of that one. My wife's going to ask where all the money went. Oh, boy. Yeah, I follow JV. I appreciate the follows on Twitter, fam. She won't be mad after the next pump, but I would accept the doghouse for BTC. Is Atomic Wallet hot or cold? Great question. I've never used it personally before, so I don't even know. If anyone has any insights there, is that an online wallet which connects to your phone or your computer, or is it considered a cold wallet not connected to the internet? Please do let us know, because I don't know myself and would love to know. Swan Bitcoin app down for the last 11 days. Oh, for real? Wonder why that is, as the only thing you can do on the Swan app is buy Bitcoin. So if you're unable to buy Bitcoin, what's really going on? That's kind of alarming. Thank you for the heads up, Savvy Bitcoiner. I appreciate that. Binance will be closed. It may be that way. We shall soon see. Swan is going through upgrades and shifts right now. It's expected. Oh, but for 11 days seems a little out of ordinary, but hey, it is what it is. Go with Strike, another solution. There you have it. Anyone can download the Strike wallet, which I covered in yesterday's episode. Jack Mallers, the Strike CEO, predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price, which is roughly a 38x from today's price, or I should say earlier in today's price, as we're now at 25, and a little earlier this morning we're at 27.5. So we've crashed $2,000 here in the past couple of hours. But nonetheless, anyone can download the Strike app. You just go to your app store, and it's now available in over 65 countries around the world. So not just the United States, not just El Salvador, but more than likely where you're at as well. And you also notice there's a QR code on the screen. If anyone wants to send a Lightning tip, you can do so through the Strike Lightning app, which is awesome. I appreciate it as well. Black Swan event. This is the red, which will continue as the news spreads. Unfortunately, it does seem to be this way. JACM. I appreciate your support here. Let's take the halving, and we will all buy more. Stanley, I can't find you. What in the world? Thank you for your videos. I helps this every day for the crypto war. You're very welcome, Dan LP. I appreciate your support, and thank you for tuning in. Dollar cost average all the way. Buy when you can. That's right. You're right. After the show, I look for you. Word up. J-Dub is in a Twitter space now, and that's why he's not here today. I have both playing right now. Oh, good to note. Good to hear J-Dub sharing the good word of BTC, the holy gospel of Satoshi, as I call it, as I truly do believe that Bitcoin is God hacking humanity. What up, gang? 200-day simple moving average. Next, 22,000. Launch delayed, says BitBud. Welcome back, BitBud. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Tim Cass was praising Kennedy for his point of view, but had to mention some people might be shallow about his voice. So no one knows if he is going to be over all choice. We shall soon see. It'll be an interesting presidency, that's to say the least. Here comes Bitcoin miner capitulation. Digital Bobby. Shout out to Bobby Digi. I don't trust Solana, says Gilly. I do not trust them whatsoever. Same here. Nathan, you might see some political stuff from South Africa in my post. If only the world knew what was going down here. Well, keep alarming and letting the world know, because if you don't share anything and the people don't share anything, then it just gets, swept under the rug, unfortunately, in this cold world. Chill was poppin'. Nathan Roth was good. Jesse Oro, good to see you. What's good? MP, welcome. Let's see where we left off here. Still lots of more comments here, which I truly appreciate. Yeah, here we are. I feel you selling with twins. In-laws are what? Gilly, neither do I know why I bought at 21 and dumped it at 189, referring to Solana. Oh, word. Ain't that something? Selling with twins, that trade idea came from James, the investment answers. I just gave James conviction is a good project because I am a Bitcoiner. Mom O'Dow says King BTC, you already know. Maximus, good to see you, fam. Dylan Leclerc, heard him say just yesterday Binance was in trouble, and lo and behold, it sure is. Yeah, last time we see this price, I hope we shall see. Gilly JV still tuning in, just missing the live show these days. Appreciate you catching back up. And how many of you can see the mascot of Crypto News Alerts? Nipsey, right in the corridor between the door, actually. Kind of funny spot, because it's actually so hot. It's hot here in Puerto Rico today. He don't want to be in his blanket. Just doing a drive-by. Well, appreciate you driving by, BitBud. Much love. All-time high 2025. Draper is too bullish, and his reasoning is not well thought out. In my opinion, you're referring to his reasoning being the female retail investors. Let me know. What's up, JV? I like No Claire Gare better than No Clarity Gary. No Claire Gare. We'll stick with that one, Nico. Appreciate the insights. Much love, much respect. I'm playing 18 with my father-in-law. Well, happy golfing out there. Hope you're having fun. He had that yellow and black tracksuit like Bruce. Yeah, that's right. You're talking about martial law from Tekken. That's right, because he was, a split image of Bruce Lee. Hence why I was such a big fan of Tekken. And I heard there's I don't know if it's Tekken 7 or 8 or where they're at, but there is a new Tekken coming out. So be sure to check that out for my Tekken fans. I'll be back when we hit 22,000. Take care. Adios, BitBud. Appreciate you stopping by. 15,000. If the broad market crashes, I think it is likely. No, BitBud, don't go. What's up, BitBud? Long time no see. A lot of the fam miss you. Maybe the Binance lawsuit is a front for a market crash. Very well likely can be. I mean, we're crashing. Got to bounce. Got some lunch before Corey and Preston and several others go live. I believe Swan YouTube as well at 2 p.m. Eastern. Much love, much respect. Shout out to Max and Stacy. You already know. Jesse Oro, new here, but I enjoy your content. Appreciate you tuning in and glad you enjoy it. One of the many differences between the two genders. Does he talk about how the top 10 favorites and top 10 dislikes have multiple exchanges? I have no less, a 5 in my opinion. Welcome, Ambrosia Chocolate Factory. You're making my mouth water just by pronouncing your username. Nipsey, the great. That's right. Running late. We'll rewind it. Late a couple of minutes. All good, Volkman. Appreciate you tuning in regardless. What's good? Don't buy a Ledger hardware wallet. We discussed this actually in great detail last week. Ledger announced sharding private keys with a new option, which allows you to ultimately take your private keys and give them to 3 private parties. But then the CEO came out, and when he was asked in an interview, what if the government requests that you share these private keys with them? Then they said, well, unfortunately, we'll just have to follow what the government tells us to do. So that made a lot of people very weary about the Ledger wallet, and a lot of people have been replacing their Ledger wallet with a better wallet, which is not susceptible to the World Economic Forum or third-party government agencies, because as we all know, not your keys, not your cheese. Protect your private keys. Share them with absolutely nobody. If you trust the third parties you're sharing them with, it's a different thing. But if you're a Bitcoiner and you trust the government, you don't get Bitcoin. I'm just saying. So that's the bigger picture. What a great way for the Fed to FUD the crypto market right now after the last interest rate up. And they're talking about the rate hike. And when Bitcoin might rise, I am thinking that the price will pop right back up. And it's a big fat nothing burger. I hope you're right, Mr. Why We Are All Satoshi. Just bought some more. I don't blame you. Keep stacking them sats. Talk about a buying opportunity and a great opportunity to seize the moment. And now for a recap of what I covered with you here in today's show, we discussed the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin price will get another test of the 200-week trend line. And we've literally dumped around $2,000 in the past couple of hours off of the breaking news of the SEC suing Binance. We also discussed the $35 million atomic wallet hack, which had affected at least 1% of their active users. We also discussed discuss breaking news of Jack Dorsey tipping pro-crypto candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. to win the presidency for next year in 2024. We also discuss how retail FOMO can come flooding back into Bitcoin, according to top crypto strategists. And we also discuss the billionaire venture capitalist Tim Draper saying he is 100% sure Bitcoin will reach $250,000 by 2024. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next?